cheap, and I don't fucking want to deal. I don't want to admit it. I'm not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna speak about it no more. But you get two for $6, and I be getting drunk. I be getting late as fuck off one because I don't be eating most of the damn day.
Nope.
That's just because I be fucking busy. But hey, y'all, this is Deep Tech Discussions. You got RoRo here.
This is Alezar.
And today we actually going to talk to y'all about polyamory just real quick. Yesterday I had posted an article about this woman, and she was in a polyamorous relationship with her two husbands. And they highlighted a bunch of the very positive things that you can have in a polyamorous relationship. Uh, I don't know why that keeps doing that to my face. But anyway, so let's talk about polyamory as far as the gay community is concerned. And we gonna go on ahead and get it out the way. I know we got a bazillion bad fucking examples. A bazillion bad fucking examples. I know y'all already know about noodles and beef. I know y'all know about Cabro Cub, and I know that y'all know all the fucking shit that's going on with Scott Costner because he just refuses to go away. But they were all in the highlight, and just they had this, if they were not white gays, then they had proximity to white gays as far as the culture is concerned. And it's very unfortunate that the community uplifted these people and thought that what they had as far as polyamorous relationships were concerned were actually appropriate and proper in how they function. Let me explain some stuff to you guys. As somebody who is polyamorous is heavy on the amorous part, which means that we're very heavy when it comes to love, and that's what it's supposed to be focused on. Love does not mean that you need a contract. No, I mean, if you have a BDSM relationship, that's fine, that's great. But you don't need a contract that states that you'll do all this kind of crazy shit. You don't have to go out and trap all these people to bring home to your partner to satisfy them or anything like all of the, I don't necessarily want to say sexual deviance, but I will say all of the deviant behavior that we've seen displayed by these people that has actually dragged polyamory through the mud is not how true polyamory works. Polyamory is not, oh my God, endless orgies every night because I have three boyfriends, but we're in an open relationship and we're all going to sleep with everybody whatsoever. That's not what the fuck it means. Literally, it just means that I'm able to love multiple people. Now, I could go in for fucking hours about the differences and how simple and how complex polyamory could get, but just pretty much imagine having two boyfriends. And for the sake of argument, let's just imagine that you guys are monogamous for right now. There's nothing wrong with being sex positive, but just think about what you have with your little monogamous unit at this point in time. So it's the three of y'all, and we'll just add one instead of like five others. We'll just do one extra. So a throuple, that is a type of polyamorous relationship. We do see that quite often. But there's three of y'all, which means that each person has got an extra support person in their support system, in like their personal home unit. So you have that extra support in your in group. You have extra income, so that's something else. And clearly, if one person in this relationship loses their job, they still have the financial support of two people to fall back on while they get everything together and figure stuff out. But you guys, and I mean, just finances alone, you're able to save more. You guys are able to afford more. You're able to do more for each other based on the fact that you guys all have like pretty much mutual funds coming in. But it's a relationship, and like relationships, they take work. So, you have to make sure that everybody is emotionally satiated, physically satiated, mentally satiated. So you have to take your time. You can't just invest in one person more than you do the other or anything. You have to fight for balance as far as that's concerned. Like, you guys have to constantly be checking in. I think the best way to make everybody understand this is think about gems from Steven Universe. So when two gems fuse, that's basically a monogamous, or not a monogamous relationship, but two gems fuse, that's just a regular amorous relationship. Now you go up to three gems fusing, now we're talking about polyamory because we all know that when the gems are fused, they're all of like one mind, it's one conversation, and provided that there's harmony and balance between all of them, then everything works, and it can work for as long as possible until there's some discord. We saw that when Garnett broke apart over the whole sardonyx thing in Pearl. Sapphire and Ruby were not able to continue to be on the same page with each other, and they have their differences and they split apart. But they were able to talk everything back, talk everything out, figure out each other's point of views, figure out where they were wrong, and come back together. And as far as polyamorous relationships are, just like regular relationships, you're going to do that a lot. And one thing that I would definitely suggest, like if you are somebody who is polyamorous or you're interested in polyamory, build a solid foundation with your first partner first. I don't know of any real polyamorous relationships where three people got together all at once and decided to date. So for the people who, you add instead of all at once, build a solid foundation with that person that you're with. Make sure that you are both on the same page. Make sure that you both understand and you have clearly defined what your rules for polyamory are, how you will date another person, how you will bring them into this loving relationship that you guys have. And then when you get that person, build a solid foundation with them. Everybody needs to be balanced and on the same level playing field. We cannot have it where people are at different points and whatnot, not as far as the relationship is concerned. So make sure that you guys have balance completely. At that point, if you guys want to go out there and start being thoughts and, having all kinds of sex and being sex positive, which I have absolutely no problem with because I'm a hoe just like the rest of y'all. But if you want to go out and be sex positive with your relationship, then do that. But make sure that everybody in the relationship is on the same page. And just like in a regular relationship, check in with your partners. If one of you is running around fucking a whole bunch of people and doing your whole fucking thing, make sure that your partners are okay with that. Like, yeah, everybody agreed to it, but you gotta have a new person in bed Monday through Friday. If that's the agreement that you guys had, that's cool, but make sure that you're not harming your partner emotionally or physically or spiritually because you're consistently connecting with these other people and not connecting with them. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. It's not, oh my God, we're all three of us are gonna get together and we're gonna take all the loads in Stone Mountain. That's not really what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. But we've seen that in a lot of relevant examples in the gay community from the three people that I've already mentioned. They're consistently doing some predatory type shit, hunting people, trying to bring people into like their little, I don't know if you want to say entanglements or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But these people are, it's very predatory. And love is not a predatory thing. Polyamory is not predatory. It's, we have this love that we share between however many of us it is, and it's intimate and we love and support each other. It's not let's consistently go fuck a whole bunch of other people. Like I really need that myth to be dispelled. So, Alazar, thoughts, comments, concerns, questions?
Not really, honestly. I mean, I can't help but agree with much of what you said, but I'm not the most polyamorous person myself, so I can't really comment. All I can really do is specify that the times I've dealt with polyamory, a lot of them were bad examples. For one, the idea, like, just for instance, using RoRo as an example, when he posted that picture about the polyamorous couple, there were a lot of people on there being like, oh my God, she gets two dicks, not just one dick. Sign me up. Like, is that sort of like shallow gay ass shit that is the deviancy that we're talking about? Because that's not what polyamory is about. It's about that love and connection sort of thing. So, and I think that goes with people in like open relationships too. It's like focus on that partner. They're the one that you're supposed to be with. They're supposed to be the one that's going to be there forever. But you so busy on apps, things blinking, growler going off, grinder going off all the time. You ain't spending no quality time with that person, but you want that relationship. If you just want to be a hoe and you only just want the dicks and the sex, go find yourself a damn orgy somewhere post pandemic. But go find yourself a damn orgy. Go find some other people to fuck around with. Don't be dragging people into more serious shit when you the most basic of bitches. You want to do basic math, but you want an algebra or a calculus sort of relationship. No, you don't. Stick to the addition, stick to the subtraction, but don't fuck up other people with that stuff. And then only when you're ready, then step into that. But I see too many people also on my end who want to use polyamory as a solution or excuse to monogamy. Whereas Roro said multiple times, you need to be emotionally sound and emotionally together. And if you can barely make one relationship work with one person, two people damn well sure ain't gonna make it better. You usually get to be two times the dumpster fire. So before you think hopping in there because two dicks seems better than one, you can't even keep one dick. Fix yourself, focus on yourself, make sure that you are ready to deal with the emotional craziness of two people. Make sure you are ready to deal with your own insecurities and how they might be projected on not just one person now, but two people. You don't want to be rejected. You don't want to be a mess. Don't get rejected by two people, girl. Like, just don't do it. But that's all I really have to say on it.
Well, I mean, that's actually a good thing and a great perspective. And that was something that, for the people who were on the post making that comment, that shit, I just did not respond. I couldn't respond to that because I'm just like, that's not what this is about. Oh my God, two dicks, sign me up. And the people who were saying that are also the people who are woefully single and have been tragically single forever because they do not want to do stable relationships. Clearly, you feel like you're this big old hoe and like, you feel validated and very, very established as a male figure in the gay community, yet you're consistently whining about the fact that nobody will date you and you can't be in a relationship. And it's like, girl, get your shit together. The reason why nobody will date you is because clearly you're only here for the dick. You are not trying to be emotionally supportive. You are not trying to be nurturing. You are not trying to be anything other than, for most part, a hoe. And to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest, if somebody wants a hole, they can get a flashlight. The flashlight ain't got to be human.
Or sock.
I mean, if I can't.
That's an inside joke.
Oh Lord, we're gonna tell you all about the dick sock thing a whole different day. But just the thing, it trips me out because people want to they just make such ridiculous commentary about this whole thing and they think that that's what it's about, and I'm just like, clearly you're uneducated on this. And it's just like when white people speak to a black person in a southern accent, you are unaware of the fact that it's not cute, it doesn't sound cool, you just sound ridiculously uneducated, and it's fucking offensive. Like, to me, as somebody who's polyamorous, people talk about, oh, you get two dicks? Oh my God, blah, blah. I'm like, that is offensive as fuck. Because here's the other thing that I'm at. And maybe
One,
I'm
it
just,
validates your love. Like you have love for these people. You aren't just using these people for sex. So the fact that they took your relationship and deemed it down to essentially just a threesome.
to start with. But I mean, the other thing is like, I'm not opposed to being in a relationship with a trans man. So you literally are telling me that the only way that you were, and like I said, I might be reading into this too much, but the shit pissed me the fuck off. But I'm just like, you're literally saying that, oh, three dicks. And it's just like, that's really not what it's about whatsoever. Like, clearly everybody in this relationship, and here's, like I said, I'm not opposed to being in a relationship with a trans man. Like, y'all trans men are cute as fuck, and I really need y'all to drop who the fuck your barber is. Because y'all be having the freshest of fades. I mean, just crispy. And you got worse hair grade than I do, and I'm still trying to figure this shit out. But I digress. Like, to me, it's completely invalidating the entire relationship and the entire thing about it in and of itself, and it just fucking needs to stop. Literally, you guys just need to figure, like, if you're gonna be in a polyamorous relationship, have a high command of emotional intelligence. If you don't have a high level of emotional intelligence, stick to hoeing. Stick to hoeing. That's all I can say. Stick to home. Stick to being a thought. Stick to not being in a relationship. Stick to not being able to have that emotional intelligence so you can establish that connection and get what you really want, which is somebody to be there for you in the middle of the night when you're dealing with unresolved issues with your father, emotional trauma, and whatnot. Like, that's what you really want. So why not fight for it? But if you don't want to have that high level of emotional intelligence to the point where you can see past the fact that it's not just two dicks, stick to home. Because that's all you're going to be worth at the end of the day anyway, baby. Clearly, you don't want to change. Go on ahead. But do not belittle, do not just demean or diminish these relationships just because that's what you think it is. Do your fucking research and stay
Well,
out of it.
yeah. Or put in more effort to the things you say you want. RoRo knows me. I'm about that exchange. This is Full Metal Alchemist all the time. But some of you looking at the post being like, oh my God, two dicks. She's got a relationship with two dicks. You barely even put in the effort to get one dick. Half of you bitches run around here bored, complaining about how you don't have a boyfriend. You need someone to cuddle you, but you don't speak to nobody. You don't go on dates. You bitch all the time online. You go onto Facebook, put 1,001 pictures, talking about I feel ugly. All you want is attention. You don't want anything real, and at bare minimum, you don't even want to put in the time for the one dick.
So that is a pick me gay, and we can definitely. You want to know? We will do a post about pick me gays because I'm sick of them too. They're almost as bad, if not worse, than the muscle gays are. But that pick me gay mentality and ideology is what you motherfuckers are running around here doing, and we're tired of it. Stop it. Stop projecting. But anyway, y'all, that's what we got time for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys can find us across all platforms of social media, except for on Twitter. It's under Deep Dank Discuss with one S and a one at the end because the name was too long.
I'm so proud of her.
But like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, guys, please, aside from please subscribe and everything, the comments actually do let us know what you guys want to hear us talk about, and it lets us interact with you. And that's literally our favorite part. Like, I love talking to y'all about this. So do it on the YouTubes instead of my DMs, and I will see you guys later. This has been Deep Think Discussions, and I'm Roro,
And I'm Alezar.
and we're out.
Bye.
Bye.